Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about what is new in this update. I know it's been a while since I uploaded simply because, well, I've been moving to Malaysia. As you can see, I'm currently in Malaysia, which is pretty nice, but moving is kind of stressful. But nevertheless, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to talk about are, of course, the freebies. So when we come to our systems over here, get campaign items, receive item account, we do get these Super Fantasy Festival gifts. So right here, we are going to get 2 of these tote bags, as well as a dual gaze TCG, 2 master cubes, as well as 100 star gems. So make sure to pick that up. So as we can see, this tote bag is actually an accessory, which looks pretty good. So make sure that we do consume that. So yoink. And the dual gaze TCG is actually a Talus weapon camo, which is actually pretty cool. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the Eminence in Shadow collaboration is finally available. So if you did want Shadow, Alpha, Beta, as well as Alexia, you'll be able to get all of them, which is pretty awesome. Now, there is a little downside over here, and that is, of course, the Eminence in Shadow pose over here, or emote actually, is locked behind a paywall. You do need to scratch 40 times in order to get this emote. However, you can still get the idle pose. As you can see, I currently have the idle pose, which you can get through the player shop because that is actually one of the normal items that you can purchase right here. As you can see over here, motion idle shadow. So this is still a cheaper version, or at least, you know, it's not a scratch count bonus, so you're still able to get this. However, keep in mind that this is an idle and not an actual emote. But as we can see, the prices are kind of ridiculous. But then again, you know, this is Eminence in Shadow. I literally just blew 100 million buying everything I wanted. So yeah, very expensive. Something to keep in mind is going to be the motion items, of course. So when we scroll down over here, there is the motion dash, for example. This one is very popular. I think all of them are very popular because it makes your character like teleport, which is actually pretty cool. Even the jump animation looks super cool. And yeah, everything is just really expensive. So if you did want any of these, you know, you might want to pick them up when the price is right, maybe during the weekends when a little bit more people are scratching. I don't really know, because I know the Eminence in Shadow is a very popular anime, at least in my personal opinion. I really like it. And of course, we have all of the different hairstyles as well. And the prices of these are also pretty crazy. This is like the first time I've seen a male hairstyle go above 10 million. So yeah, it's super popular. Now, with that out of the way, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the limited time quest. We do have a new limited time quest, the Drill Unidentified Region A64. So as we can see over here, you can get Wingard weapons, Aina armors, but we can get Gigas Mass Stays now. So remember the previous limited time quest, you'd be able to get HAL Finales. Well, now we can get Gigas Mass Stays here, and they drop okay, you know, it's not super common, but at least it is a pseudo consistent way to get a bunch of Gigas Mass Stays. I would recommend farming this when you have a ton of rare drop rate, and then you probably will see it a little bit more often. Then of course we have the regular Super Fantasy Festival special scratch tickets as well, and of course the vouchers. So the limited time quest is definitely worth running, at least run it once, because you do get the Super Fantasy Festival special scratch tickets times 10 for completing it a single time. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the trigger quest. There's actually a new one. So when we go to trigger quest right here, you might not see it on the first page. You actually need to go to the second page. This took me a very long time to realize. I'm just kind of oblivious to this. But on the second page, there is Drill Rune Griffin Suppression Operation. Now, in order to run this, it does actually require you to have the Rune Griffin Suppression Operation trigger. Now, you can get these triggers from the Alliance shop with Alliance badges, or you can just buy them off the player market. They're not going for a lot of money because the rewards simply aren't that great. As we can see, there's Wingard weapons, which are nice, but the drop rate's awfully low. There's all of the different Aina armors if you want that. There's Master Fragments, there's preset skill level 1, as well as Endemios. Personally, I think maybe if you're really desperate for Master Fragments, it might be worth looking into it, because these triggers are not worth a lot of money anymore. As you can see over here, check market price, you know, they're going for 23,000, but you do need 5 of them in order to run this once. So even though it's 23,000 for one, it does add up since you need to purchase 5 in order to do one run. So, you know, really up to you. Personally, I don't really think it's worth it because I ran it like 4 or 5 times. It's not very difficult. We were able to clear in under 2 minutes. And so, you know, we had a very OP group, and like it was literally my first run. I didn't know what I was doing. And we actually cleared it at 1 minute and 58 seconds. For those who are wondering what strategy we used, we all switched to the Techer subclass, and then we just focused the head. So you just focus the head. The reason why you use Techer subclass is because you can Photon Blast quicker, because it gives you Photon Blast generation. So you literally just focus on the head and just target fire that, and then once you have your Photon Blast, immediately Photon Blast, and the boss just melts really quickly. And that way you can farm a bunch of master fragments if that is something that you need. But as you can see, I've got like 18 master cubes, 16 over here, and then I've got another 2 from the freebies that we just got. So at the end of the day, it really depends on your account progression. If you need master cubes, it's a really good way to farm them. However, if you don't, then whatever, it's not a big deal. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, Ultra PSO2 Infinite Burst. Now, this only applies to premium members, but on the 22nd, we're going to get another phase of Ultra PSO2 Infinite Burst. So if you are a premium member, you might want to farm the limited time quest during this period, as it does last all the way until the 29th. So you have a lot of time to do this, and that way you can farm up a ton of Gigas Mass days.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.